Hi guys, and welcome to our webinar interview. And today we're talking with Antonio Petit Cwirko, and we will look at a lot of works of Antonio, and he will tell us a bit about his career, his experience, how he started, and how he creates those amazing characters. So, hi Antonio.
Well, hi everybody there. I'm really happy to be here. So let's get started.
Yeah, so it would be really interesting to know how you started with computer graphics, like from the beginnings, how you started, maybe why you started, and how you came to the characters. I mean, why the characters?
Well, I started studying back in the 90s, graphic design with I have a twin brother, the ugly one. So both study graphic design. Then we start our own company, only the two of us. So I had to learn a lot of programs and softwares to do all kind of works. So this was a first step. So I had to learn a lot of software, as I said, and that take to me to make these 3D characters. I start to learn ZBrush, and I get overwhelming with this program. So this is a basic story of how I start to.
And how long ago you started to work with 3D graphics?
Well, first one I start with Cinema 4D.
Okay.
And then ZBrush.
Okay. How long ago?
ZBrush took me about 2 or 3 years. I really start to design these characters 3 years ago. So I am very new on this.
Yeah, but already really good results.
Thanks. A lot of hours watching videos and tutorials, and testing.
Yeah. So, and why 3D characters? Why not cars, architecture?
Yeah, well, my ugly twin brother, he wants to study architecture.
Yes.
But I am more with graphic designs. And when I was a child, I love comics. So I start painting superheroes with crayons and pencils.
Yeah.
Then with the time, I start to paint my own superheroes on Photoshop. Then I get bored to paint on Photoshop, and I want to give to them more life. So I start to practicing in 3D.
I see.
So these were my steps.
Yeah. Okay.
I love 3D character. This is what I love to do.
And what is your process now? I mean, how you even start? Do you do any sketches, or you start right away in 3D? And where those ideas coming from?
Well, the ideas, I have a three important things to develop a character. One I have noted here. One is to be curious, persistence, and mind. I start doing characters in a blank project. Then I do some research. Here, you can see this one.
No.
As a preview.
No, I see your Behance. You're sharing your browser.
Okay. Well, I can show you this one by example.
Okay.
These were a comic book that I did back in the, I guess, 98.
Mm-hmm.
Call it,
Yeah, really long time ago.
call it engafados. That means in English a kind of glasses on, something like this. Well, I start to doing this, and basically my research is to do first the sketch and then jump right away to the 3D. You know?
Yeah.
You can see the big guy. I put some reference such as colors,
yeah,
size, and so on.
Yeah, and they transform as I see in if it's in 2D, for example, the legs are a bit more bulky here, and in 3D you're fixing those shapes.
Yes, and adding and removing things that I think that can work. You know, like by this example, the logo in the chest for the big guy, I removed them.
Yeah.
So this guy, the green guy, first one was a human, but I turned into a robot and put them into an environment, kind of Neo Tokyo or Akira anime.
Yeah, and environment is just created in Photoshop, or sorry for that, guys, or it's also 3D.
It is a mix. A mix between 3D. The buildings were made in Cinema 4D, and then retouched in Photoshop, like these guys behind,
yeah,
and text.
Yeah, really looking great.
This is my work method, you know, but as I said, I am open mind, so I don't follow always the same steps, you know.
Yeah. And
that's for me.
What about all the art stuff? I mean, have you done any courses or art schools?
I start to watching YouTube channels or websites to learn how to make better characters.
Yeah.
So yeah, I live in a small country, you know. There is practically no non-university here, so related to the 3D, you know, there is more like for graphic designers, but not as in special for 3D. So I have to start to learn from websites or videos and testing.
Yeah.
Until I get my own characters, you know. This is very important to me. My own style.
And all those characters, are they created for any specific projects, or it just your own projects, your ideas here?
In my portfolio, there is a mix. There is a mix. By example, this one, the turtle, was for a project here in my country. The cat and the dog was also for a company for mascot food, call it Grotto. Yeah. I love this character, the dog, and the personality.
And the posing of this character is done with ZBrush, or are you creating any rigs for it?
No, these characters are posed in ZBrush with T-Pose plugin, and for the expression too. I wish to learn in the future something related to rigging, but it's really hard. I was trying to do in Cinema 4D, but I couldn't do it.
It's not so hard. When I see characters of such a level in design and details, rigging will not be so hard for you. I mean, you already know a lot of stuff. I mean, you don't have to go so deeply to go for advanced techniques, but basic techniques it's easy to learn.
Yeah, that will be great for me, you know. I didn't learn about rigging, one, because my work day not allow me. I am a graphic designer basically 100% of my time, and the rest I do 3D character, you know. So 3D character graphic design, sorry, allows me to pay my rent. And 3D characters allow me to be free and more creative. But I hope in the future to balance this. Just because I live in a small country, you know, the people here starting to notice the advantage. Right? Sorry?
Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz, Bolivia. I born in Argentina, Cordoba, Argentina, and I came to Bolivia when I was just a child. So for now, if I want to choose, I keep with my 3D characters and leave the graphic design aside for a moment.
Yeah.
This make me really happy. You know, put my ideas. This boxer, by example. When I start to develop the character, I imagine all the environments around him. By example, this boxer came from Italy, Luciano Babyface Benvenuti. You know, but the babyface is nothing. You know, it's really punched.
Yeah.
And on his chest, he carried a tattoo of his beloved girlfriend, an Irish girl. You know, I imagine all this surrounding when I do a 3D character design. And that takes me to the personality of each character.
Yeah, they so nicely stylized here.
This one it's really funny.
Yeah.
I have a weird sense of humor, but
no, I think it's great here.
And the one that most like to me, it's this one right here. I love.
What kind of project it is?
Sorry?
Is it some kind of project, all those characters?
Just a personal project. I love the 80s. It's my best years. I watched a lot of He-Man and Thundercats when I was a child. So I said to me, why not to do my own characters, my own style, based on them, you know?
Yeah.
So I started to modeling, and I think they look really cool, you know?
Yeah, really, I agree.
And here is an example of how I work my characters. When I finish my pose, I send to Keyshot.
Yeah.
And then the rendering the passes and work four passes: ambient occlusion, shadow, standard render, and clown pass. All these passes, I take all these passes to Photoshop and work with them to have a final result.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, it's looking good.
Thanks.
Okay, and how do you start your modeling process? I mean, any specifics there?
Yeah, well, I want to share,
Because you showed your sketches and we also saw the result, but what's the process?
well, the process, I'm work my characters starting with blocks for the head, for the body, for the arms, for the fingers, blocks everywhere, and polygroups. You can see this screen, right?
No, we still see your browser.
Okay, well.
You can switch to sharing your desktop or any specific program if you want.
Okay. Sorry, I'm kind of slow with this. I'm not used to make interviews. In fact, I'm very nervous. I'm really happy at the same time to be part of this. So.
Yeah, like terrible and wonderful at the same time.
Yeah. Well, I don't have one here in my portfolio, but I will try to explain if this is okay for you, okay? By example,
yeah, those characters are really really nice, and especially
yeah, the pig. Okay, well, we can talk about the pig. Yeah. I start to make this pig with a simple sphere.
Okay, just a second. Sorry, where the idea came from for this pig? It's so original. It's like caterpillar mixed with the pig, something like that.
Well, the idea, in fact, was one time I was watching TV and I see a farmer with a pigs, and I start to thinking and let my mind fly, and I say, why not to do a farmer who chase this pig, but not with the intention to kill him or eat him,
Yeah.
just to play with him as a pony or something. But the pig is really annoying about this farmer because every single day the farmer chases the pig, just to play.
Yeah, I like this story.
But finally, well, here is a pig. Finally, they are friends. It's the day a day doing the same thing, but at the end they are friends.
Yeah. Oh, really nice details here.
Also this one is good too. I am a rugby player here in my country. I love New Zealand team All Blacks. And I did this model for my rugby team.
And those t-shirts, do you sell any t-shirts?
I planned to. In fact, I am doing the pig for self-promotion of a workshop that I'm going to do in November in La Paz, Bolivia. It's another city close to Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
A workshop about 3D character design. 9 countries are invited to this.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. So
do you have any recordings, video from there?
It's going to be in 20 days ahead, but I will share.
Yeah, definitely. It will be interesting to see that.
I will share definitely. I am working on my workshop.
So I stopped you when you started to explain about the peak. You started with the sphere.
Oh, okay. I was kind of lost now.
Yeah, it's my fault. Sorry for that.
No problem. Well, I start to modeling my peak with C-spheres or blocking with a sphere shape. And then I did the legs and the ears based on the same sphere. I put a sphere here, a sphere there, and then I start to modeling. Also for the farmer, you know, by example, the nose, it's a cylinder, bending and curved.
Yeah.
Also for the eyes, it's one of my characteristic of my characteristic, the big eyes and the gold tooth. Or
yeah.
I repeat this all over my
designs.
My designs.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And
noticed that.
just to have a unique style, this is very important to me. I don't like to, or I try to not copy because I am free to make in my own things. I feel free and happy. So, well, as I said, I start to modeling by blocks. This example is a soccer player from my team in Argentina, called Boca Juniors. And I start to modeling also with the same technique. I start with the head, then the ears, and tweaking something here, something there, until I get the result that I want. Then the
How
next
much time it takes you to create one character like this?
In about 1 hour, 2 hours, maybe.
Oh, that's good. Pretty quick.
Yeah, because the technique allows me to make these characters very fast. Not so like this one here. This took me a lot of hours and days because they have a lot of details.
Yeah.
Like eyelash or nose. But for the others, yeah, about hours, 2 hours, or maybe more. This is a character for this workshop that I'm going to do in November. This character took me about 3 hours.
Oh, that's good.
Mostly because the hair and the render passes, the time of render.
Yeah, I really like your style and the forms. I mean, they're cute and interesting and simple all together.
Great, that's good to hear because this is the idea, to keep them simple, full of personality, and easy to recognize the style.
Yeah, and it would be interesting to see them in action. I mean, like animated. Do you have any animated characters for I don't know any movies, advertisings, anything?
that would be really great. In fact, the He-Man and Thundercats, I imagine them moving around, you know, with rigs on their face and body, with quick moves and happy expressions.
Yeah, that would be great to see. I mean, even this chicken is so funny and cool.
Yeah, there is another story behind this guy. This is a wrestler with the chicken.
Yeah.
This is a personal project. I have two kids, Fabricio and Micaela. Fabricio have 10 years and Micaela 5. They are really my inspiration because they are crazy, you know. They play around me and chasing herself.
I bet they really love your work, what you are doing.
Yeah. And Micaela, the youngest, called me Pacho. Because one day she woke up and instead of saying me father or daddy, she says me Pacho. And I really love that name, you know?
Yeah.
And start to imagine to Pacho. And the night after, I start to watch Mexican wrestling, and this is what I did. You know, Pacho, just the name, nothing else. Pacho and Chiqueñito. It's a mix between chicken and Mexican talk. You know, Chiqueñito.
Yeah.
This is also a personal project which I love. Okay. This is a pirate. This is a good example of how I work my characters. You can see some of the details.
Yeah.
For the
and it's all done in ZBrush, yeah?
Yeah, all done in ZBrush. All done in ZBrush. But the render and the material are given in Keyshot.
Yeah.
You can see the eyes, the basic shape, also the golden tooth. And this is, I used to make an advertising for my workshop in La Paz, Bolivia.
The one that coming in 20 days, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, and so I see also you're doing your own graphic design. I mean, like 2D things, like posters, typography.
Yes, as a graphic design, and I had my own company with only 2 guys working on. You must to learn a lot of things.
Yeah.
From Photoshop to character design. But that works for me because I can develop my characters, put UVs on them, put a logo on the T-shirt, and so on. I don't have to hire something else.
Yeah.
So for a company with 2 guys, it's good financially.
Yeah. And you are working like locally or like on international level, like for other countries?
Both. Both. For example, this one here was for a supermarket in Brazil.
Yeah.
Which the idea was to take this to the character and take to 3D, keeping the personality. And I think that I do it okay.
No, it's looking good.
And this one, I want to share this one. This one was for iOS game where I was the character in charge and environment. The idea was in 2D.
Yeah.
Then, okay, and the environment design too. And then I put my 3D character technique into one or two of these characters.
Oh,
Here,
yeah.
you
Yeah,
can
I
see.
see. Yeah, and we can see your style here also.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
and this one too.
Yeah, really looking good.
This one was called basket or something. I don't remember. Was reptile god of Egypt.
Oh.
I'm not wrong, but was a cool work for a team in Finland.
So those should be animated, yeah? Those characters.
These characters were animated in 2D in, I don't remember the software, but it's like a puppet work from After Effects.
Yeah. Ah, I see. Okay.
There in Finland were a team in charge of this, of put them into a rigging and make the moves.
Yeah, another side of the world for you. I mean, Finland.
Yeah, and allows to me to see and test my skills and meet another team, another person at the other side of the world. You know, that is really cool. Like this, like in this interview.
Yeah, really good. And there's also a car project in your portfolio.
Yes.
So can you tell a bit about this project?
This one was a project for a Mitsubishi Montero, a car that sells here. The idea was freedom, which means libertad in Spanish. And I took these separate layers and photos and put in a composition.
So there is no 3D work. It's just a composition, yeah. All done in Photoshop, yeah.
Yes, exactly. And also, I forgot to mention why I start to.
Really nice reflections on the car windshield. I mean, the front windshield. Yeah, because I saw the original picture. It's like it doesn't have any reflections on it.
100% photo manipulation here.
Yeah.
A lot of work. You can see the details here. All my 3D crazy started when me and my brother and me won an award for these three advertising designs.
Yeah.
Well, these were also photo manipulation.
Oh, I see.
The wood hen was my brother hen, and I put this texture on top.
Oh, really clever.
Yeah, but I wasn't really happy with the result. At that time I wished to learn how to make these hands in 3D, and then I start to practice. practice, because it's it was a really hard job to do this photo manipulation. I think in 3D you have the model, you have to model, put some textures and make these hands in the perspective that you want.
Yeah, and any angle you want.
Any angle that you want, exactly. So this one took me to learn 3D. Also for stands in architecture. These were made in Cinema 4D. And talking about 3D and Cinema 4D and experiences and all of this is my favorite project. They are 100 isometric rooms.
Oh, that's interesting. And that's your own project, or that's something for a game or something?
No, this one was a personal project where I tried to put in these rooms ideas or movies that I saw or movies that I like or music that I heard.
Yeah.
All related to my life. And put them in a 3D environment. Then I came to an idea, but I never could do it, is to put this environment into a game. Maybe a puzzle game, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I stuck because the work, I have to work as a graphic design, so I left them here in my portfolio.
Yeah, but they also, I like this orthographic view, and it also gives you this hexagonal shape, yeah? So it can be made as a cards that will fit each other, so you can make like a puzzle from it. And like there might be like a lot of ideas. For example, one of similar, like not a similar game, but also card game has a lot of interesting pictures like this. And you just need to like imagine a story, what was happening there. And you telling just some parts of that story to your friends, and they should guess what kind of story it is. Or yeah. So another thing, another game. I just used to play some games, like card games or tabletop games. So another one is also good when you are like having a set of cards, and you all of you like with friends drawing one card, and for example, one of you will say that there is something glowing and maybe funny and circular, and we'll say nothing about that. And everybody will take a card from their pile to match that description. And they put it on the table. So, and after that, they will need to guess your card, exactly your, not everybody else. So they will see each other cards, and they will be trying to guess what is yours. So those drawings, actually, those projections and renderings really fit nicely this kind of game.
That is a great idea. You must to copyright the idea
No.
Because it's great and can work with these isometric rooms. In fact, the isometric rooms, the idea is that they are frozen in time. As you can see in this one, they are frozen.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
Yeah, really a lot of them.
A lot.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, that they are frozen on this, the one with the cannon and the cannonball and the explosion.
Yes, the idea, if you want to hear, it's really curious and good too.
Mm-hmm.
I will try to do it quick and fast, and I will try to explain the idea about this project. Mm-hmm. One time I was, okay, I have read it right here.
Yeah.
When you take a picture, an analogic picture, the particles of the light travel through the lens and stick in the film forever, like if an instant of time was there, frozen. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like a part of this time keep frozen in the film.
Yeah, a moment of life, just fixed moment of life.
So you have in this camera a part of your life, you know, in a photon.
Yeah.
I try to take this concept or idea and put them on art, because you can see in this boxer ring, I love box and 20s and the 20 years. Mm-hmm. And I try to put this concept here. Or elevators. I love elevators in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Mm-hmm. They are old and have a mystery surround them. So also I try to put them. Well, this was the story behind. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, what can I share? These characters were for, I consider my friend now because we worked for 2 years. Mm-hmm. Francois Dindin in France for a YouTube channel for kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he asked me to do 5 or 6 characters with his own personality, and this came out.
Yeah, cute ones.
Thanks. The idea was to each one represent a color and have his own personality.
Yeah, and I really like that all of them are really simple, but they so nicely done or created that they attract attention, and it's really interesting to look at them, and they have their personalities, characters.
Thanks, I really appreciate your comment.
Yeah, some of them looks like that was like captured like a frame from the movie. I mean, something is happening there. It's not just a picture, it's illustration.
Yes, and that's because I can't read it, but I can imagine how this guy is going to be represented on screen.
Yeah.
If we took this character and put some rigs in them, mm-hmm. we can do a lot of things like punching a ball, or I don't know, make him bored.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or jump in a skateboard.
Mm-hmm. And this one is also a personal project with
no.
this bird.
This one was for a company here that for how can I say this? A hamburger and chicken company, mm-hmm. like McDonald's.
Yeah.
Okay. And the idea around this character was this little chicken. It's kind of naughty, not bad, but naughty, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This one for the happy meal, happy food.
Yeah, for sets.
And this one also for website. The company calls Tiki.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this starship or something that the red a bit on the top. Yeah, this one.
This one.
What is it?
This one, I made this one 5 years ago in Cinema 4D. Also, one of my dreams is to work in a video game company,
Mm-hmm.
for a video company, or I don't know, an animation company. So this one was a project for my portfolio to apply for a job, but I understand that it's not the best one, but this allowed me to move forward for character designs. This one was to apply for a video game company. I designed these flying machines
Mm-hmm.
in Cinema 4D. I don't like this one,
Uh-huh.
but I really love this one. And the fact I did an animation for a simple animation here.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see. Yeah.
It's a simple animation
Mm-hmm.
of how this machine can work in a video game.
Yeah. Yeah, you have a lot of interesting projects, and they're really uh, they have a lot of personality and personal ideas.
Thanks for the compliment.
Yeah. And the octopus.
Octopus was one of my first work
Mm-hmm.
for a small beer company here. I put in English.
Mm-hmm.
And I did this 2 years ago, 3 years ago was one of my first 3D modeling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can notice something different from my work now. I love this octopus.
Yeah. And it's really nice to see that like people without any like special courses or art universities achieving such great results. Yeah,
Well,
that's really good.
thanks, because it was really hard to me to get to this point, and and I think I can do it better. I just need more time, more nights,
Yeah.
but I think that everything is possible, you know.
Yeah, sure. And what would you recommend for people who just start with 3D and they want to achieve similar results? Maybe not all of them going to or have a possibility to go to any specific courses. How can they pursue their dreams, and how can they start, and what to start from?
Well, the idea or, or that the students can do first, I consider that be open mind.
Mm-hmm.
This is maybe sounds really simple, but it's very important, at least for me. That is because if you are a free open mind person, you are open to hear new music, new clothes style, new characters, new everything new.
Mm-hmm.
That can work to discover and start to learn new things every day. Mm-hmm. Without this, I think you can reach ahead. I don't know if I am explaining so well, but what I'm trying to say is that be curious and practice. You need to practice hours and hours, because I think this is what you want to do. Your dreams are on it. So be open mind, practice, learn, read a lot, see tutorials, uh, and start doing things. Test yourself. This is very important. Now in this time, in a world where it's global, everything is global, it's easy, but at the same time, it's challenge. It's a challenge because you compete with other great people, with a great portfolio, but nothing is impossible, mm-hmm. if you like what you are doing. I hope to respond
great advice. Great advice. And also, I really liked what you said about the trying and put your effort into it, and the results are not coming really quickly. I mean, and today I was talking with one of my friends. He actually an instructor, rigging instructor. And we were talking about students and their works, their achievements, and he said that there are actually students who actually try work. They do a lot of work. They submit assignments, and some of them like actually missing submission of assignments. They I don't know. Maybe they're just watching lectures. Maybe they cannot spend enough time on it, but they not submitting their assignments. And with some of them, he said like a really good phrase. He felt that they came to the course not for the knowledge and experience. They came for the magic button. I mean, they thought that they will just register for the course and there will be like this magic button that they will press and they will know everything. So yeah, guys, it's not extremely hard. It's manageable for everybody, but you need to put your time and your effort into it, and you will get that experience. There is no requirement for you to be some kind of genius or was born with that talent. I mean, practice will bring you results.
Exactly, I share the same thought.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you don't put the effort on what you like for you in the future, so maybe it's not for you,
Yeah, that might be the case. Yeah, just do the things you like, really, and it's really important to find the things that you are like to do, because you will be doing it and you will not be counting the time or thinking, oh, okay, how long more I need to do that. I mean, you will be having fun. And actually, this one kind of advice I heard from one of my instructors. He said, like, when I just started, he said, just try to have fun. And I was thinking, okay, how can I have fun with this? It's so difficult for me. I mean, I need to understand how to do this, how to do that, how to do a rig, how to extrude a polygon or something. And I mean, how this can be fun. And actually, after a couple of years, I actually get it. I mean, the have fun thing, it means play with it. Don't expect good results right away from you. I mean, from yourself. Just play with it. Have fun. Do something and be glad that you've done it. next time it will be better. Next time it will be better again, again, and again. And with every next project, you will grow your experience. So, and in this way, really, you will have fun. You will stop judging yourself or your works. You will be glad of what you are doing, and you will be playing with that. Doing a simple model, doing a more difficult model, and doing a professional model.
Exactly, absolutely right, 100% right. There is not another way to make your dreams work than the hard work.
Yeah.
There is not another thing. That's
Yeah.
it. Hard work, but funny work. But you can have fun, as you said, with the time, because learning it's about steps. You can't jump steps.
Yeah, totally.
You know, you start learning, and or by example, you start walking one step ahead, then you can run, and so on. I I know that sounds like a cliche.
Yeah, but
but
it's a good cliche this time.
but it's nothing new. It's
Yeah.
work hard and enjoy what you are trying to accomplish.
Yeah, and also one more thing I can recommend to you guys, it's switch off the perfectionism. I mean, your works should not be perfect. I mean, just do it, just have fun with it. And there is no rules for artwork. There is no specifications how tall or how big, how bright it should be. I mean, switch off perfectionism. It will give you like a lot of freedom. You will feel nice about your works.
Absolutely right. Again, I consider my work is not the best work in the world, but it's for me.
Yeah.
I really love what I'm doing. I know there is great 3D characters out there, and I look at them. At the beginning, I get frustrated because I want to make 3D characters like Lord of the Ring, very details, and I stuck there because it, it, it's not going to be good for me.
Yeah.
But I take my 3D character's personality and an ability to draw, and my characters pop up
Yeah.
with his own personality. I love them, and maybe there is something or some person out there that love my work, and it's really really good for me.
Yeah.
So I think Lord of the Rings must wait for me.
Yeah, and I also was talking with another artist. We had another webinar actually yesterday, another interview, and he also told me, actually not only to me, for everybody, really good advice. When you are starting, start small. Do not start with Lord of the Rings project or Star Wars when you are planning, when you have created nothing or just one scene or two scenes, and you are actually starting the scene where you have the whole city, starships coming, 20 starship troopers running, some explosions, etc. And of course, that kind of project will require a lot of people. It's a studio work. Of course, it can be done with only one man can do it, but having a lot of experience and having a lot of time spent on that project. So yeah, you will be able to do that, but start small. Start small, and when you finish your small project, that will actually will put some kind of like psychological tick mark inside of you, like it's done. And you will feel great about that, and you will like be empowered by that, and you will easier start your next work. And next work will be a little bit more difficult. Again, you will do it, you will get another tick mark in like just inside of your mind, but you will know that you already have 2 projects finished. And if the project will be too big or too difficult, and if you will not finish it, there will be no that tick mark like it was finished. There might appear another tick mark that will tell you that, oh, you already started, but you didn't finish it. You have no power for that, so maybe forget about this. So it may drag you a little bit, this unfinished project. So it's better to start small, finish it, and grow your experience and grow your believe in you, in your artistic power, and it will be easier for you to go further and create more difficult projects, more detailed projects.
Absolutely right again. Absolutely right. That is good that you mentioned. I want to highlight this one right here from the 90s. Mm-hmm. So now, you know, there is a lot of time between, but if you consider that I learned about ZBrush in 2 years,
yeah,
you know, that there is a lot of work, a lot of nights awake, but I'm doing what I like, and
yeah,
putting small steps and so on.
Yeah, and you are actually feeling great about that, what you are doing. I mean, it's not something that someone forcing you to do that. I mean, you're like drawn to that, and you want to do it.
Yes. I also I challenge myself to accomplish things, mm-hmm. but not impossible things, as you said.
Yeah.
Things that I can reach.
Yeah, that's good.
Improve them and make them better and so on. So I think my next steps will be maybe reading. Mm-hmm. So a small step every day.
Yeah, great. Okay, I think we will be wrapping up this interview. It was really interesting to talk with you and to know about your creative processes and your work of coming up with ideas, and to see all of those simple and really interesting and cute characters. And I really hope that in the near future, after you will have... I found on the web. Oh, sorry, my... Okay, Google switched on. No, I don't want any searches on the web now. So yeah, in the near future, when you will have some... A few locations for okay, again. Well, what's happening? So when you will have some more projects, we will invite you for another one, another talk. That would be great.
Thanks to you for the invitations, to all your students for watching this, and I'm really glad to have been part of this.
Yeah, and thank you guys for coming.
Thanks all.
Yeah.
Really.
Okay, then everybody have a great time, great evenings, mornings, because we have like people from all over the world, and see you on our next interview.
Great. Have a great day, a great night, and let's see on the future.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.